Hey everyone, it's Sunday and today we have Kevlar. Kevlar is going to be an ascending ladder for 15 minutes of 4 different movements. Our 4 movements are going to be the front plank push-up, the strict pull-up or dumbbell row, a Turkish sit-up, and a weighted or banded glute bridge. So round 1, you're going to start with 3 reps of each of those 4 movements, and each round after that you're going to add 3 more reps. So round 2 would be 6 of each, round 3 would be 9, 12, so on and so forth for 15 minutes. Now this workout is meant to be for quality, so this isn't meant to be super high intensity. Try to really move with good quality on these movements for 15 minutes and use this as an active recovery day to hit some things that we don't normally do on a daily basis. Have fun with this one, guys. Okay, Mary's going to walk us through our general warm-up today for after action. So she's going to start with some arm swings, just giving herself hugs. We'll do that for about 20 or 30 seconds, and then she can bring them up over top, swinging up overhead, again 20-30 seconds. Then we'll switch to trunk twists, twisting back and forth, maybe 10 times or so. From there, she's going to take a wide stance, and we're going to trace a circle. We'll go 5 reps in each direction. Mary's just going to show us 3. So she's going 3 from left to right, then she'll switch, go 3 from right to left, and then finish with 3 down the middle, reaching up overhead. From there, she's gonna hold the bottom on that last one, and then we'll do a side lunge out to one side, getting a good stretch. We'll hold that for about 10 seconds, switch to the other side. She can come back again to that same side as she started, turning that toe up, trying to get a little bit deeper, and then switching to the other side. From there, she's gonna stand it up, and we'll do 10 air squats. Mary's just gonna show us 3 or 4. On her last one, she's gonna hold the bottom, keeping her chest up nice and tall, using those elbows to drive out the knees, opening up the hips. We'll hold this for about 10 or 15 seconds, and then you can extend your hips up, reaching down for your toes, getting a good hamstring stretch. From there, she's going to stand it up. We'll do some active Samson stretch. We have the lunges today, so she's going to step out, reaching up overhead, getting a good hip flexor stretch, stepping it back. We'll do this 6 or 8 times, just alternating back and forth. And then the last one we'll do today is coming down into that plank position, the top of the push-up, and doing an active Spider-Man. So she's stepping her hand out, dropping that elbow down, reaching up, alternating the legs, doing the same thing on the other side. She can do 4 or 5 of these on each side. And that'll be a good general warm-up, getting us ready today for our workout. Okay, we're gonna walk through the 4 movements that we have in Kevlar today. So it's gonna start with the front plank push-up. So Mary's gonna get into a push-up position. For the front plank push-up, she's gonna drop down to her forearms and then back up onto our hands. That would be 1 rep. So each time she drops down and comes back up, that's 1. So that first round, you're doing 3, down and up. After that, you're adding 3 reps each round. The second movement is the strict pull-up. So Kate's gonna demonstrate 3 good reps. She's keeping a good hollow body position and controlling as she comes up, chin over the bar, and then extending back down. If you have a pull-up bar and you have pull-ups, feel free to use this as your option for Kevlar today. If you do not have a pull-up bar, we can do these as a dumbbell row. Mary's gonna demonstrate the single arm row first, okay? She's got her legs staggered slightly. She's leaning forward and then initiating that pull with her lats. And then she's gonna alternate to the other side and do the same number of reps on the other side. So that first round would be 3 on each side. Now, if you have a slightly heavier dumbbell and that's too heavy, we can do it as a double hand. Okay, same idea here. She's hinging forward, having that back relatively parallel to the ground, initiating the pull with her lats and pulling the dumbbell to about her belly button. That will be the double arm dumbbell row. The next movement is the Turkish sit-up, which Kate is gonna demonstrate. A couple different ways we can do this as well, depending on how heavy your dumbbell is. So she's gonna show the 2-handed version first, basically holding that dumbbell directly over her chest. As she sits up, she tries to keep the dumbbell over top of her head as she comes up to the top of that sit-up. This is a pretty challenging movement. Try to keep your feet planted as you come up through that sit-up. Now, if that is too challenging, we can do these as a single arm. She's gonna face the camera for this one. So again, the dumbbell starts locked out directly over her shoulder. she's going to have the same leg foot planted as she has the dumbbell in her hand. She's going to drive off of that foot and come up to basically about a quarter sit-up, coming up on her elbow on the opposite arm. She's keeping that dumbbell stacked over the shoulder, keeping it in her view the whole time so it doesn't get off to the side too much. So again, with this one, you would do 3 on one side and then switch and do 3 on the other. The next movement is the weighted or banded glute bridge. So Mary's gonna show the weighted version. She's gonna use her dumbbell, place it right about in the crease of her hip, and then just like our normal glute bridges in our warm-up, she's driving those hips up to the ceiling, squeezing the glutes at the top, just using that weight as a little extra resistance. We can do these banded as well. So Kate has one of our longer bands. She has it tripled up and then placed directly in right about where her knees are. She's driving her knees out to get some tension on that band and then driving the hips up to the ceiling, squeezing at the top before lowering back down. Again, this would be 3 reps in the first round and then we're increasing by 3 each time.